I should have gone potty first.
Cool. That's heard by everybody.
Oh, and now Elwin.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing out there? How's everybody doing? Oh my gosh, I hope everybody's doing well. Good to see everybody. I can't really see anybody except for you, Heather. How are you, Heather?
Well, I was going to pretend I couldn't hear you, like your sound was off or something, because
Okay,
I kind of wish my sound was off, but we'll work on that anyway. Hi, Mert's out there. Hello, Mert. Glad you're here.
Mert. How are you? It's awesome to see that you're here. That's awesome.
That's right. That's right. I agree. So we have like no guest today, and whenever we have no guest, you and I end up doing some kind of a conversation, chit chat, etc. And today's topic is actually kind of cool because you went out and found some things to chat about, right?
I did actually. Yes, it's tech in the news. Oh, you're
Let me cover it up. Let me just cover it up. You just went ahead and announced it, and I just want to cover it up.
Put the people up there.
Well, so Mike is here from, guess where? Any guesses?
Of course. Yeah, every time. He hits a button.
He hasn't moved. He hasn't
on the stream deck. That's true too.
One of these days he's gonna move and surprise the heck out of us. Glad you're here, Mike. Doesn't matter where you're from. Yeah. I'm always glad that you're here. And Phil Boyer's here because this is where the party is.
There you go.
That's right.
Phil. I love it. That's excellent.
Ron out there with Tech for Seniors doing great.
Awesome. I'm glad he's here because he brings a lot to the table there too, because he does Tech for Seniors and he's always putting stuff like this in the news and stuff. So I'm excited to talk about some of the things that probably are going to be really cool. I think
so.
Really cool.
I think
some of the interesting things anyway. So let's see here.
I totally forgot to send out the message.
So
why don't I'm just going to do that. You just do your thing. Go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, tell us the country, city, state you're from. You're already doing some of that. That's awesome. We are tinkeringwithtech.net. Just go to tinkeringwithtech.net and find out what we're all about. We'd love to have you guys come in, be a part of the community. We've had some, I tell you, this week or last week, this last couple of weeks, it's been awesome with some of the conversation that we've had in the community. Like, we do a tip every day. I do a tip. And then when we do the tip, we go and have conversation afterward. There's been some really good conversations. So, so definitely join us. We do daily tips, monthly workshops, and expert help to help you with some of the stuff that you do. And like I said, really cool conversation. There we go. Hello, fellow nerd, screening from my sunny office on Pelham Road. Okay, so he is very close to me.
Nice. He's right outside using your Wi-Fi. Mike says, remember to click the link below to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified for future content. That's over there on YouTube. So please make sure you do that. Mert smash the like button. Appreciate that. She's in Salt Lake City. Jolin's heading home to be here soon. Now, I just want to think about that for just a second. She is heading home to be here soon. So where would here be exactly? All right. So space and time,
the way
quantum
I take that,
physics.
She's gonna, since you read it, she's going to be at your house very soon. Is the way I
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. We got Craglin sitting outside your place, and Jolin's on her way to my place. All right, Geeks on Tour. We got Jim and Chris in Fort Lauderdale. So glad you guys are there.
Yep.
The land where tots are taters. That's awesome. That would be Idaho for those of you who don't know. That's geography lesson for the day. Land of tots and taters.
That's as far as we go,
Idaho.
though. That's it.
We don't do anything else. Where's Idaho on the map? Right, exactly. Tots and taters. Right, that's what we stick to.
It's right there. It's right there. It's right there. Because here's Montana, and then here's Idaho.
Yeah, except I'm not in
Yeah.
Montana, so it's like
Oh,
way up
okay.
there. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
anyway, Mark is here.
Hey, Mark.
Chef made it. Hey,
Oh, wow.
Chef.
Awesome. Hadn't seen you in
He's
forever. How
only
are you?
saying greetings and welcome to Geeks on Tour. He
Okay.
doesn't care about
All
the
right.
rest of
Well,
us.
I don't blame him. I would too. I would too.
I'm heading home. I'm home heading there.
Okay.
Russ has joined us. He's in the state of confusion or corn
Wow.
fusion. Sorry, corn fusion.
Yeah, that narrows it down.
It doesn't matter where Idaho is on the map. Exactly. Hermitage Hermit has arrived. So glad you have, Andrew. Welcome.
Right,
welcome.
Cool. Awesome. Excellent.
Bonnie Scotland.
Wow,
love that, Stuart.
awesome.
Thank you. So glad you made it. So glad you're here. And Mark says, I'm shaped
it's
like Idaho.
2 in the morning or something. Yeah, I'm shaped like Idaho.
I don't think it's 2 in the morning. Is it really? Is it 12 hours? No.
I think Scotland is 6. Oh, no, it's 11, I think. Is it 11 or 10? 10:30 at night, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. 7. It's got to be like 7 p.m. over there.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 hours off. I don't know. I get so confused
I don't
on
know
all
either.
these. I'm terrible. It's like asking me where Idaho is. But anyway. Yeah, I'm honestly.
I made Michael feel bad. Sorry about that, Chef. Greetings, gang. Yeah, you got it.
No, listen, dude, it's awesome seeing you. I hadn't seen you in a
good.
while, actually. I think it's awesome seeing him. I think it's fantastic. Anyway, we might.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's get to tech in the news, right? All right, here we go. First thing I want to talk about today is, and listen, you guys put stuff that you're seeing tech in the news. I know there's a lot of things, and this is a very popular time of year for Apple and Google and Microsoft. All these people were doing their little things and putting out their new products, Samsung, all this kind of stuff. So talk about your stuff you want to. Go ahead.
I'm going to interrupt you because you said
that's fine.
All of these places are doing their little things. Like they pour in millions, sometimes billions of dollars into these projects. And you're like, these little things that they're doing,
It's true. It is true. They're just minute little things,
Minute little things, yeah. Just
some work.
The latest iPhone or the latest Pixel phone.
Right. That's right.
Little,
just little
smidgen.
Whatever they have coming out. You know how it is. Just whatever. All right.
Here we go. Anyway, this is what time it is.
It's 10 p.m.
There you go.
Wow, 10 p.m. So I wasn't even close. Okay. Dev conference ends today or tomorrow, I think. Oh yeah, Microsoft's development dev conference. Yep. I want the new new Surface Pro 8. There you go. Awesome. I love it. See, this is the talk that I wanted to talk with everybody.
Keep it coming.
Yeah, keep it coming. This is something that I saw and I wanted to show it and bring it up. That Wyze has it has a new panning camera, which they've had a panning camera, but from what I heard, then there's great reviews on it. And I think this would be a really cool thing. What a panning, not just so a lot of people have just a camera, right? They have they're on their program or whatever, you can use like, I know the A or the G, and I'm saying those because I don't want to say the words to set off their devices, but you can use almost as security cameras and I'm not talking about AT&T, CTI or any of those kind of things. I'm just talking about this. What's cool about this, what I like about this is I think is really neat. And I think that it's had some really good reviews, at least I've seen on YouTube, is these things will pan around the room. So you can, from a remote location, move that camera up, down, around. So if something goes out of view, you can actually move this camera. And I thought this was really cool. And it's very reasonably priced. I'm talking like,
the Wyze products, Wyze products are very inexpensive as far as security cameras go. Crazy. The Wyze is the less expensive. Well, not the least, but it is the less expensive option for a good quality camera.
Though. Yeah, I was extremely impressed on that.
Now, I noticed with Wyze, and this was my own personal experience with Wyze, was that I had to, in order to keep any of the information that the camera caught, I had to put an SD card in it. So the difficulty that I had, and I don't know if they're all like that, but it definitely was the one that I had, the one camera that I owned. If you put that thing up in, say, a 12 to 15 foot high area, and you got to put in your SD card, and then you got to remove said SD card to actually put it into some device.
You have a good ladder.
Yeah. So basically, I never did that. My
Right.
bottom line. Never did that. So you just go
What
with
I
what
like,
you
though,
can see live.
Yep. One thing, one thing I was thinking of with these kind of cameras and stuff too is the thing is that a lot of people they have cameras for outside. The only problem with those is, can't somebody just come up and cut the wire? So to me, it seems so
if the cord
silly.
if the cord is
Well,
outside,
most of them are exposed or they're going up into or whatever. So you're going to, yank it, cut it, whatever. I just think that's silly. So my thing is put it inside in an inside window near the front door, having that way and putting something like that, build a little whatever inside your window frame or something. That was always been my thought, just thinking that way. So that way it's on the inside.
It's funny because when you and I were talking about what we were going to talk about today, I think we spent a lot more time talking about the ways that we would break these things.
That's true.
That's what I heard you just do right there. But anyway,
valid point.
We're going to bring up a couple more of those as we go along, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mark even agrees.
I just love the technology. Great point about the cord.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it always bothered me. Or you have to have a plug outside or something like that. Long arms or a ladder and put the camera up there. Yeah. Put the cameras up there. That's so true. Yes, exactly. So those cards
scare me.
Yeah, there you go, for sure.
I can access my recordings via their app. Yes, if now I think that the one that I had, it didn't have that ability. There was no recording with that particular one. It was done that way. I think it has to do with batteries too. Something. Google just came out with a new doorbell. A new doorbell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a new doorbell that doesn't require cords. It has a battery, but in order for it to utilize the battery, which is good if you don't have a wired doorbell to attach it to, and you don't want to drill a hole through your wall to get to a cord to plug it in.
Right. Connected Wi-Fi though?
Yeah, it connects to Wi-Fi. So what you're doing is you've got to give up something in order to get something, right? I mean, with technology, that's the way it works, right? So you're giving up 24/7 constant recording because that device is not going to be able to withstand that based on the size of the battery and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
that's interesting.
So you do have to give up a little bit of that constant 24-hour-by-7 day a week.
The reason I like that camera so much was the fact that you could, from remotely, you could move that camera. Like if my dog was in the house.
That's what I was just going to say. That's what I was just going to say. The thing that Google doorbell does not do is pan around to see, because unless you have it in the right position, and even then sometimes you can't see everything. Like especially when like Amazon comes and they bring their
or something.
Right. Well, they bring their packages, right, and they drop it at the door.
And now you're trying to look down, you can't see
where's the package. There's no. They said they dropped it at the door. I missed that notification. I don't see the package. Now I have to actually go to the door and look for the package. Very frustrating.
I love it. It is
very frustrating.
The other thing too, one of the reasons that I'm talking tech, I got a new mouse today. Apple Magic Mouse is not that great. Okay, good feedback.
Good to know.
Interesting. Introduces iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 mini on Friday. There you go. Absolutely. Those are all good stuff. They're only indoor cameras. You are absolutely correct. Yep. His pan, I gave it to my youngest Spawn to watch his dog. Yeah. I mean, I think it's cool for that kind of stuff. I think it's kind of neat for that kind of thing, especially if you're not doing tons and tons of recording stuff. 4 outdoor wireless wise cameras. They don't even need to cut the cord. There you go.
See, it comes wireless, so you don't even have to worry about it.
There you go.
Cord cutting is hot these days.
Yeah. The only thing that I feel, though, the Wi-Fi, like we had for our door, we used a Yale door lock or whatever, and you had to have a hub nearby that could get the signal to that. It was almost defeated the purpose. Like I had to use up every plug that was close to a door. To me, that was silly just to get the Wi-Fi where it would work. So you have to look at all those kind of things too.
And that's a great point. That's a great point. And even so Kraglin one says, as technologists, one of the most important things you can do is think about how the layperson will break their new, not just lay people, will break their new widget. One of the keys to innovation, and that's absolutely correct. I mean, that's a big reason why we've got a version, what did we say, 13 of the iPhone coming out, not just because they want more money, but because they've come up with new and innovative ways to present the same same item, but now it has different features. And I think that's
100%.
That's the fun about what we're talking about today.
Talking about tech in the news. Okay, so one of the things too is I showed Heather in the pre-show in the green room. I got all new wood floors upstairs and my steps and everything. That's really some new technology, and I don't know if it's new, but it's something that I'm now.
It's new to you. It's new to you now because you've got a floor that would handle this.
I'm going to be perusing this, and this talks about all the different. Oh my gosh, what do you call them? Robot vacuums or self-cleaning or whatever you call them.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
Okay, so I'm looking at all this stuff and just really interested in some of these. They're extremely expensive. So it's a whole new thing in a way to look at it, but there's a ton of them out there, and I'm just trying to peruse through and just figure out, okay, which ones would I want? Where do I go with this? How do I go with this?
There's so many options.
I know there's so many options. So I'm really trying and some of you might have some and give me some good feedback. I'd love to hear that. But
that would be good. That would be good to hear from people who might have one of these devices, because now one thing I was surprised by, I don't own one, but I know I've been in several homes that do own one. And one of the things that surprised me was how loud it can be. There are some versions that are quieter than others, but the one that was at a particular home, when it kicked on, I thought for sure we were being bombed or something, because it was, there was an invasion going on in the other room, because we were in this room talking, and over in the other room I hear, and it was like all over don't ask me to do that again, because I don't know what the sound is exactly, but in the other room, please? No. In the other room, I hear this noise, and I'm like, what is that? I mean, it scared the daylights out of me. And she started laughing so hard. She goes, oh, that's our vacuum. I'm like, your vacuum needs to go in for repairs. It sounds sick. It sounds sick. She's like, no, that's the carburetor. Yeah, it needs a new carburetor. It makes a lot of noise. She goes, I was kind of surprised by how much noise it made. Thank you, Gil. Thank you. I am sound effects master. If anybody wants to hire me, I'm available for very low price. Very low price.
There you go. I love it. Love it.
Hey, Katie's made it. Hi, Katie. Glad you're here.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah. So here's what's really funny about those things too is there are lots of stories. I suggest you take a little G trip through your search engine, G, and ask it to find robot sweepers or robot vacuums.
Robot vacuum.
And dogs.
Okay.
There are some very interesting articles about the messes that can be made at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that you can wake up to.
They're building now too to prevent them
from
avoid
that,
swiping that across the. Yes, absolutely. Oh. Yes, it's really interesting. I saw a couple articles on that, and I think actually Tech for Seniors Ron, who's out there from 𝐞𝐚𝐬𝐽, he's out there. I think he had an article in one of his Thursday shows. Y'all go check that out. I mean, it's a good show. Thursdays,
that sounds
good.
For
seniors. Yeah, they have a fun thing that they do where they go on live, and he puts all kinds of articles like that too.
I could talk for hours. Let's do a show on robotic vacuums.
Okay,
let's do it. Let's do it, Ron.
Awesome. I'd love to do
They're
that.
loud. Ours just sits in the corner, unplugged. We vacuum normal. And they get stuck under stuff. Exactly. Now Mike is talking. Check it out. Okay. Mount a WiseCam pan on top of the robot vacuum, and you can observe your whole house.
That's
true. Genius. I love it.
Except when it's stuck, then it's just sitting there, going in one place. That's our.
Well, then you'll know, though.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. But then you'll know, though. You'll know it's stuck because you'll be able to see it.
Valid point. Yes. That's right.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of robots,
have to tell the dog to go. Tell the dog. You have to have a microphone in your house to go tell the dog, okay, go get the vacuum unstuck. So there you go. Anyway.
That requires training. Why not just vacuum? I just vacuum. But anyway, okay. So speaking of robots.
This is a cool thing that I saw. I swear I saw this and I said, this is crazy. When I was looking for robots, this is what came on. It's called Get a Mini. Get a Mini is what it's called. It's all one word. Get a Mini. G-I-T. Yeah, G-I-T-A. Get a Mini.
Get a Mini.
All right.
Okay, what's the Get a Mini?
This is a get a mini. This is where you put little stuff, like it's almost like luggage.
Okay, it should be
Except
called
it
a
doesn't
mule.
fit luggage.
It should be called a mule because
Okay,
it's going to pack all of my goodies behind me. But what I don't, it's not big enough. I need a bigger mule.
Yeah, you said that.
I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking,
with like 4 of them.
Yeah, I need like 4 of them to be linked together with all, just to take my stuff over to Sylvia's house for the day.
So I mean, I guess it's controlled by your phone. You have your phone. This is the way I understand it.
It's like
and wherever you start walking, it follows you or whatever, which that might be good. I don't know. It's kind of strange.
You're like, okay, so you forget that the thing is following you, right? And you go in somewhere and then you turn around real quick because that's the wrong place. So you didn't mean to go in there. You turn around. Now you trip over the stupid thing. You're fat on your face and you're like,
yes.
Yeah. Okay, maybe it's just me.
Well,
maybe
at least you can get a drink out of there while you're on the ground.
That's true.
Right there, you just trip.
That's true. That's
anyway,
very true.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, there's some really cool technology. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say along those lines, so the Get a Mini is really, really cool. That's really cool. But here in Arizona, on the ASU campus, we actually have the, and I love the name of it, Starship Technologies. Yes. That's the best. Yes. And what they have are these little mini robots that go around delivering your food and drink order on the college campus. So you know, this all started last year when nobody could leave or go anywhere. And how are they going to get, you know, their tacos on Tuesday? I mean, everybody needs tacos on Tuesday. So the company, the food company with the tacos puts the tacos in the robot. The robot literally goes all across Tempe, all across the I saw this the other day. Saw this not too long ago.
That's awesome, unless you're on the 2nd floor.
I bet you have to meet it outside. I'm guessing you have to meet outside. But anyway, I thought this was pretty awesome. And I saw them in action, and they have like, so that they can cross the street and not get ran over by cars. They actually have like a little antenna with a flag on top so that the cars can see them because they're pretty small.
Oh, there you go.
And they don't get run over. But there's about 40 of these in action right now in Tempe. Kind of cool. Thought I'd share that with you guys.
Absolutely. I'm taking over here for you.
Yeah.
All in those robotic, pretty ridiculous. Yeah, I hear you.
The AI, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Yep.
And Onsen, is that what that mops and vacuums?
It mops and vacuums? Wait.
Yeah, I know. I think that's cool. And then we had Wow from Gil. I think he was talking about the mule, as you call it.
The mule.
Yes,
I think they missed the name. I don't know why they called it Get a Mini. It should have been called a robotic purse. Exactly. Maybe a mule is not politically correct. But yeah. Oh, of the vacuum.
There you go. Now you're thinking, Phil, a portable bar.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Absolutely.
So these robots that deliver stuff, they actually deliver alcohol because we went through a period where nobody could go to the bars or anything. So they lifted that and they started delivering alcohol. Of course, that was more popular than Taco Tuesday. So
there you go.
That's right.
Pet owner official promise. Roomba will refund your money if the new J6 sucks up the dirty deed. Wow, look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That's the one you need, Michael.
I know
that's the one you need.
If someone hacks your phone and you have a robot stalker.
Well, as long as it's got my stuff in it, I'm cool with that.
There you go. Called Bronze Gone Wrong. There you go. And then we had 2nd floor gets a drone through the window. You're probably right. Pretty soon. I must move to Tempe.
Confirmed. Exactly. Tell me when, chef. Tell me when. I will show you around, my friend.
Isn't that crazy? Too funny. The tech.
It's neat stuff, man. There's some neat stuff. I always say this every time we do one of these shows where we're talking about these random things. I always love the stuff you find because although, you know, I knew about Wyze cameras and my experience meant I'm probably not really interested. And then they come out with new technology. And you're right. Every time they come out with new stuff, it's worth taking a look at. And a camera that's going to pan from my app on my phone so I can see and watch that person who thinks they're in the blind spot. You know? Right. So, I think that's pretty good. And then the Get a Mini is the funniest one to me, but
it is. It's kind of, I mean, that's like almost pure laziness. I don't know how else to say
Almost,
it, but I mean,
almost. But you've never
but I
carried
like
my
what you
purse
said.
around.
You and
You've
I
never
talked about
carried
this
my
before.
purse
No,
around,
that's true.
so
No, I haven't. But I will say, because you and I talked about, you actually mentioned this in the pre-show. What's keeping somebody from going and just stealing it and taking
yeah,
it?
it's small enough that I would think they could pick it up and walk away. And by the time I figured it out, I mean, this is a whole new purse stealing scenario. Like, at least with my
Yeah,
purse, it's being yanked off my shoulder. This, it's like,
exactly.
no, stop. I
And
mean,
even the lady in the image here, I mean, looking at here, let me add that back. There we go. She's like, if she's walking in the street and that thing's following, what if it stops?
yeah,
And
yeah,
somebody
it's
runs
like,
over it.
yeah. I mean, really, there's so many things. It's kind of like remember when Amazon said that they were going to start delivering their Amazon orders with the drones. My initial reaction was, I'm getting me a slingshot because it's time to start taking down some orders. Right? I mean, I think very low tech. Yeah, very low tech answer to getting me some. Yeah. Anyway, whatever. What it's worth. I'd love the Get-A-Mini as a roadie to carry my music equipment.
Oh, I need one of those. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know what's in that box. It's like a prize inside every time. Jolyn says, I'd love it.
Yeah, the music equipment though. The only thing is, like, a guitar wouldn't fit in there, and what we were looking at anyway. What Heather and I.
No, you're gonna have to still carry your guitar, but it can carry your picks.
Your microphone.
Because it's about that big. It's about that big. What if the battery goes dead? You know what, Katie? You better be charging it. That's all I got to tell you. Now you got one more thing. You got to charge your purse. What if the light changes? Exactly, Mert. You're like, come on, hurry, let's go. Exactly.
Don't walk.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Lord,
shooting at a drone is a quick way to prison. You know what? You're no fun, Craiglin. I'm just saying, you're no fun.
Oh, Kyle.
To catch a porch thief, call CBS, NBC, and ABC. Those vids would sell fast. Delivery drivers.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's right.
So, have you guys seen any tech out there? I mean, I know there's a lot of stuff we talked about earlier about stuff that's coming out, and everybody's coming out with their new products and all that kind of stuff. Anything that intrigues you, you're like, kind of like this, the Get-A-Mini, whatever,
or the vacuum. The vacuum is really. I know lots of people have them.
We might have to do a show on that one, just because
you need one, so you need to know which one to buy because you have a lot of naked floor now.
I don't know, because we already have some rugs in there, so I'm real curious how it, especially like I can't remember, was it Robin that said the one about the water or the wet part of mops, and I'm curious how it would go from one thing to the other. Robotic lawnmower, that's right. They have them.
That's a real thing.
They have them.
That's a real thing.
But how it would go from the carpet and then not put water and then go to the floor and do put water, you'd really have to know how to schedule that or figure that kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have no idea.
Samsung Flip 3 phone. Yeah, I know.
Okay, so I want to find out about that. This is the one that has the top that flips over, right? It's not like the flip phone. When we say flip phone, I'm thinking back to Jetson days, right, where the phone does this, or Starship Enterprise,
or the late 80s.
I think it was 90s, but yeah. 90s, so yeah. the flip phone, it's not that. That's not what he's talking about, right? He's talking about it being a phone that flips.
Yeah, and
that has the screen.
Exactly, and there's one that goes sideways too to make it a bigger phone, bigger screen for watching video and stuff. I know that.
So it's basically two screens?
Basically is what it is for the most part. I know that there's one out there like that, but what he's talking about, I think the actual flip is like what you said, kind of flips up and makes it into it. It's just
very interesting.
Smaller, yeah.
They do sell those at Lowe's. Yes, they do. I've seen them.
Yep. Yes, absolutely.
And you can control them with if this then that, if you get the right brand anyway.
There you go. There you go.
A foldable screen. That's what he's talking about. Foldable screen.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. My phone flips when I drop it. I have the same problem, Mike. I have the same problem. It was not designed. Mine will do a couple backflips. Yep. What does Andrew say? Soggy shag will become a new decorating fad in suburbia.
There you go. Loud though.
Flip open to a full screen. I heard you could massively upgrade those to mega GPUs. Wow, really? I cannot even fathom
Yeah.
Book scanner
Did she say
called
Caesar?
Aramate. Yeah, that's a Caesar.
That's
Pricey,
cool.
but it's awesome.
Zoom.
A book scanner.
Interesting.
Now that sounds really cool. Mark is mentioning a product called Furbo that lets you communicate with your pet while you're not at home. You can speak to your dog and actually give it treats too. I have actually seen a prototype for this in action, and the dog barks, and then that alerts you on your app that the dog is talking to the robot, and then you can interact with the dog through the robot and give it a treat by pushing a button on your app, and then.
Well, my dog would just be asking for treats over and over, and I know how she is. She would do that.
I know. And my thought was, what if the dog like figures out that this thing has the treats and then attacks it? But that would just be my dog, I think, probably. Anyway, that is really cool, Phil said. Very cool. Yeah.
There's some cool stuff, yes.
There was a sleeping lady driver whose Tesla had to be stopped by a police cruiser going in front and slamming the brakes, causing the Tesla to stop. That's how they stopped her, because she was asleep.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. Will that work with the wife? I don't think he was talking about that Tesla comment. I think that was about just maybe the dog. That's worse. Gil, come on. All right. I have a fur ball. It's called a tribble, and it actually twirls and like a tribble does. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
I've thought about the auto ball launcher for the dog. Very cool.
Okay. I thought when I first read that she talked about a dog launcher, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I need to
auto ball launcher. Dog launcher. No, not dog launcher. Ball launcher for the dog.
Anyway.
Oh my goodness. All right. My dog would eat the bot. Yeah, see?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's true.
Exactly. I was thinking. Cats can train people without needs of a robot. You are so.
That is true.
Yes.
That is very
Star
true.
Trek fan. Yes. Star Trek fans, no tribbles. That's for darn sure. All right.
Trouble with tribbles.
This one right here, just got to go back to that for just a second. Gil. All right. Anyway, okay. This is very, very fun. I love when we have conversations like this because it's so off the cuff, and I always love the things that you come up with. Finding robot purses.
I know.
That's great. That is great.
But I am going to send them a suggestion. I'll send them feedback that they need to call it a mule.
Yeah, it should be a mule.
Heather says, I'm going to start off. Heather says.
Well, don't do that because it never gets any. It never gets any traction if you start off with Heather said. No. You just want to say it should be called the mule, or some kind of purse. Although that implies that men probably won't want it. So mule actually sounds better, I think. But
all right. Whatever. Well, if anybody is rewatching the show, if you're watching this afterward and you're interested,
you poor sucker that you got this far. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. We would love for you to join the community, but if you don't want to join, that's fine. So get a mule.
I'm sorry, I took get a mule. Fanny pack. Fanny pack 2.
There you go.
Call it Heather's mule. No, because then you think only Heather can have one. Anyway, all right, sorry. Back to you. Back to you.
Would love for you to join. Just join us at tinkeringwithtech.net. That'd be awesome if you want to join the community. We're going to go into the backstage pass and talk further on this with some of our community members. We would love to have you join and come and be a part of that. Thank you guys. We appreciate your, and if you're watching this show, please rewatch the show, add comments, add some more stuff, add some things that you think would be cool, or maybe even a show topic. I like the idea when Ron Ron mentioned that about the vacuums, maybe doing a whole show on that. I would love that because there's a lot of things and there's a lot of research that we can do. And I'm already trying to find out the one that's the right one, not necessarily the right one, but maybe the most cost-effective one, or the right one for you. Do the best job. Yeah, exactly.
The right one for you, sure.
Yes, exactly. Per person, per use, whatever. So that's awesome. That was great. That was a lot of fun too. I appreciate everybody's contributions. That made it awesome. Heather, that was great. Thank you. We will see you folks in the after backstage pass. Everyone else, thank you. We'll see you next week. Bye, all.